Hello, it's Rigers. In today's video I will show you new updated PvE build for Crusader. First of all, this build is suitable for Elder Rift, Terror Rift, Hellslayer Bounty, Open World and Abyssal Verge. And this build is not suitable or not the best. I can recommend it for use for Challenge Rift, Dungeons and Raids. You will see the build in detail and I will show you the gameplay for every stage. So let's begin. Let's start with my skills, and on the background you can watch my Elder Rift run. So my primary is Punish, then I have Falling Sword, Shield Glare, Condemn and Draw and Quarter. So these are my skills. Let's move to my Paragon skills. My Paragon is the Paragon Slinger with these 5 skills, and my special skill is the Lightning Rod for some additional damage. And as you can see here in the Elder Rift, everything is dying immediately, but I'm sure that it's same for everyone. And let's look how quickly I will be able to defeat the boss, and look at this. Now on the background you can watch the Terror Rift run, and let's look to my set items. Because here guys, everyone who knows me know that I like the Crusader's primary attack, so that's the reason why I am using the 4-piece Shell Bass, and then I have 4-piece Vitus. But of course there's more options for set items, and I am not saying that this combination of set items is the best, but for me it's the most fun, because with combination with accurate rebukes, Crusader's primary attack is really devastating. It's time for my legendary gems. So I have Gloom Cask. Actually Gloom Cask is very good versus bosses because I have really high primary attack speed, so the rate of the blades are really high, and enemies hits by the blades increase 18% more damage from my primary attack, so it's complementary with my build. Then I have Phoenix Ashes, but here I am running as an auxiliary Battle Hope. Then Hellfire Fragment. This gem is not good, but it is what it is because I am not chasing the newest gems. Then Maw of the Deep. Maw of the Deep is very good PvP gem, and actually it's a good gem for challenge dungeons and strong bosses, but for this PvE content Maw of the Deep is not the best. Then I have Void Spark. Void Spark is very good versus group of the mobs, so it's very good for this PvE content. Bloodsoul Jade, it's a no-brainer, one of the best gems in the game. Then Hour Skull, but here as an auxiliary I am running Roiling Consequence, and then Starfire Shard. So my legendary gems are not the best, neither the optimal, but it's very expensive to have the newest one. So if you ask me for the best optimal 5-star legendary gems, then I would say replace Phoenix Ashes with Battle Hope, replace your Hellfire Fragment with Roiling Consequence, and for example replace your Hour Skull with Wolfheart. So this would be the optimal 5-star legendary gems. From 2 stars legendary gems, great one is the Morn School, then Pain Clasp and Mother's Lament, and for example Viper's Bite. These are excellent 2-star legendary gems. Let's move to our essences. The first one is my Helm Essence, and here is the first change because I am using the Redeemer's Metal, and Shield Glare radius is increased by 29%. By the way, I love the lightning beams, or the light beams, sorry, when they are smashing the enemies. The visual effect is really nice. and shield glare is the backbone of this new PvE build, because before I ran the lightning consecration, but now it's replaced by the shield glare. So here we have Redeemer's Metal, my chest is Akarat Rebuke, my shoulders are Sivkat Advantage, because we want for this kind of content to have 100% uptime for horse. Then I have Galloping Brilliance, because I like this kind of horse. My main hand is the Observer for Punish. My second main hand is the Luminous Rain for my Falling Sword, because this is great for covering of large areas. And here is another change, it's Lofty Light, it's the new essence, and I really love Lofty Light because now I'm using it for PvP and for most of the PvE content too. And if you look at it, so Shield Glare now surrounds you with an area of Radiant Justice for several seconds, during which enemies within are automatically attacked and blinded. And this is really great essence, because it has quite a good damage versus group of mobs, and it's blind them, so I love it. And my last offhand is the Battle Rhythm, and Battle Rhythm condemn damage increased by 3% for every enemy hit, up to a maximum of 24%. So these are my essences. Now let's look on my reforged attributes. I have attack speed increased, duration of beneficial effect increased, critical hit damage increased, all skill damage increased, and primary attack damage increased. These attributes are the most important for me for PvE, and I am running these on all of my gear. And family bonus attribute, I have a Hydra, but Hydra is not so important here. These attributes are the most important, and you can see my stats here. My damage is mostly because of my resonance, but more important here is my critical hit chance is 25%, my critical hit damage 52.5%, attack speed 20% increased, and cooldown reduction 18%. So these stats are very important for PvE, so focus on them. Let's move to the Hellstar bounty, because time to time I am receiving some message from you that you are struggling with Hellstar's bounties. So hopefully this will help you. And here you can see the beams of light, how they are damaging the groups of enemies. And as I said, this build is really good versus multi-targets or versus group the enemies, because look at this, how it's destroying them. I really like the visual effects. And the damage versus single target is not so high. There's definitely better builds for single target DPS, but it's still good enough to use it versus boss. So let me know in the comments if this helped you or not. Hopefully, or I hope that it will help you. And look at this, boss is here, and let's smash this queen. Here you can see my Gloom Cask, it's like Gatling gun and it deals a good portion of damage. And now more proc and Starfire Shard, and these gems do a lot of damage. And here you can see the beams again, how destroying the enemies around me. So this was Hellstar's bounties. This was the showcase of my PvE build, which I am running right now, and I have a lot of fun with it. Again, this build is not for dungeons and raids, but if you are bored with your current PvE build, then try this one, and I believe you will have fun with it, same as me. Thank you guys for watching, and see ya next time!